My friends, success is not an accident. It is not a matter of luck, nor is it reserved for a chosen few. Success is the inevitable result of certain definite causes, and one of the greatest of these causes is the relentless pursuit of knowledge. The man or woman who makes it a habit to educate themselves every day is the one who will rise above the crowd, who will seize opportunities where others see only obstacles, and who will build a life of power and achievement. Let me ask you this. What is the difference between the man who earns $100 a day and the one who earns 1,000? Is it talent? Is it some divine gift? No, it is knowledge. It is the application of that knowledge. The man who earns $1,000 a day has simply learned how to do it. He has studied, practiced, and refined his understanding until his mind becomes a magnet for success. And here is the great secret. This knowledge is available to anyone who is willing to seek it. Every day that passes without learning is a day wasted. The world moves at a furious pace, and those who do not grow will be left behind. Look around you. The most successful people in any field are those who never stop learning. They read books, they study trends, they seek mentors, and they refine their skills with relentless discipline. They understand that education does not end with a diploma. It is a lifelong pursuit. You may say, "But I am busy. I have responsibilities. I do not have time." That is an excuse. And excuses are the currency of failure. The truth is, you have the same 24 hours as every great man or woman who ever lived. The difference is in how you use them. Do you spend your free moments in idle entertainment, or do you invest them in your mind? Do you fill your thoughts with gossip and trivialities, or do you feed your brain with ideas that will lift you to new heights? Think of the mind as a garden. If you do not plant seeds of knowledge, weeds of ignorance will grow. You must cultivate it daily. Read for at least 30 minutes every morning before the demands of the day distract you. Study the lives of those who have achieved what you desire. Listen to lectures, attend seminars, and surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow. Knowledge is not merely power. It is wealth, influence, and freedom. Some will tell you that formal education is enough. That is a lie. The world's greatest fortunes were not built by those who stopped learning after school. They were built by men and women who became students of life, who absorbed wisdom from every experience, every failure, and every conversation. The day you stop learning is the day you stop growing, and the day you stop growing is the day you begin to die. Do not wait for opportunity to knock. Prepare yourself so thoroughly that when opportunity appears, you are ready to seize it with both hands. The man who spends his evenings in mindless amusement will never recognize the chances that pass before him. But the one who fills his mind with knowledge will see possibilities where others see nothing. And remember this, education is not just about facts and figures. It is about understanding human nature, mastering your emotions, and developing an unshakable belief in your own potential. Study psychology, study persuasion. Study the principles of success that have guided the greatest achievers throughout history. The more you know, the more you can achieve. There will be days when you feel tired, when the effort seems too great. On those days, remind yourself of what is at stake. The life you desire, the freedom, the respect, the abundance, is waiting for you, but it will not come to you. You must go to it, armed with knowledge, discipline, and an unyielding determination to learn something new every single day. The road to success is paved with books, with lessons, with the accumulated wisdom of those who have walked the path before you. Make the decision today, right now, that you will never let a day pass without adding to your store of knowledge. Read, study, question, and apply. The world belongs to those who know, and if you will commit to educating yourself every day, nothing can stop you from claiming your share. Let me paint you a picture of two individuals starting at the same point in life. One believes their education ended with their last diploma, while the other approaches each sunrise as an opportunity to grow wiser. 5 years later, the difference between them isn't merely noticeable, it's staggering. The continuous learner has outpaced their counterpart in income, influence, and personal fulfillment by orders of magnitude. This isn't coincidence, it's the inevitable result of compounding knowledge applied with disciplined action. The most dangerous thought a person can entertain is, "I know enough." The moment this idea takes root, decay begins. Look at the giants of industry, the titans of innovation, the masters of their crafts. What common thread binds them together? An insatiable hunger for knowledge that never diminishes, regardless of their achievements. They understand that mastery isn't a destination, but a never-ending journey. The day you believe you've arrived is the day you begin your decline. Consider the mechanics of how daily education transforms ordinary individuals into extraordinary performers. Each piece of knowledge is like a single brick. Alone, it seems insignificant. But lay one brick every day, and soon you've built an impregnable fortress of understanding that competitors cannot breach. The magic lies in consistency, not in sporadic bursts of learning, but in the relentless daily accumulation that creates an unstoppable momentum. The marketplace pays premiums for specialized knowledge. Notice how the highest compensated professionals in any field are those who know more than their peers. The lawyer who studies case law every evening commands higher fees. The sales professional who masters psychology closes more deals. The entrepreneur who understands cash flow mechanics builds more sustainable businesses. This isn't luck. It's the direct result of applied knowledge accumulated through disciplined daily study. Your current income is essentially a reflection of what you know and how you apply that knowledge. If you desire greater financial returns, you must invest in your intellectual capital. The beautiful truth, unlike monetary investments that fluctuate, knowledge once gained cannot be taken from you. It compounds interest without risk, pays dividends without taxation, and creates opportunities where none previously existed. The resistance you feel toward daily education is precisely why most people never achieve extraordinary success. The mind naturally rebels against growth because growth requires energy expenditure. But here's the secret the winners know. Once you push through the initial resistance, learning becomes not just easier, but exhilarating. The first 30 days are the crucible. Maintain the discipline through this period, and you'll find yourself craving knowledge like your body craves water after exertion. Technology has democratized access to world-class education in ways our ancestors couldn't imagine. Where once knowledge was guarded in ivory towers or available only to the privileged, today the greatest teachers in human history are available to you at the click of a button. This is both a blessing and a curse. While information is abundant, the discipline to consistently consume and apply it remains rare. Your competitive edge lies not in access, but in your willingness to consistently use that access when others won't. The most successful people treat their minds like high-performance engines. They carefully select the fuel they put in. Just as you wouldn't pour contaminated gasoline into a Ferrari, you must be ruthless about what you allow into your consciousness. The average person consumes hours of mental junk food daily through trivial entertainment and gossip. The exceptional individual guards their attention like a priceless treasure, investing it only in materials that elevate their thinking and expand their capabilities. Let me share with you the strategy of the masters. They don't merely consume information, they interact with it. When reading, they pause to ask how they can apply each principle. When listening to lectures, they take notes and create action plans. When encountering new ideas, they test them in real-world situations. This transforms passive learning into active mastery, converting theoretical knowledge into practical power. The fear of appearing foolish stops most people from asking questions that could transform their lives. The most successful among us maintain a beginner's mindset, regardless of their accomplishments. They ask fundamental questions without embarrassment, seek clarification without ego, and remain perpetually curious. This humility before knowledge is what allows them to keep growing when others plateau. Your environment will either accelerate or sabotage your educational journey. Surround yourself with complacent individuals, and their mindset will infect you like a virus. But align yourself with other growth-oriented people, and you'll find yourself propelled forward by collective momentum. This is why mastermind groups exist. The combined energy of multiple committed individuals creates a force multiplier for learning and achievement. The excuses will come. Too tired, too busy, too distracted. Recognize these for what they are, the death rattles of your former self. trying to maintain control. Every time you choose learning over lethargy, you strengthen your success muscle. Every time you push through resistance to gain new knowledge, you rewrite your neurological pathways to make future growth easier. This is how habits of greatness are formed through daily victories over your weaker impulses. Financial freedom, personal mastery, professional excellence, all these are byproducts of the educated mind in consistent action. The person who dedicates themselves to daily learning becomes a magnet for opportunity, because they develop the ability to recognize and capitalize on possibilities invisible to the untrained eye. Where others see problems, they see potential. Where others see obstacles, they see openings. This vision doesn't come from innate talent. It comes from cultivated knowledge. The world's most successful individuals maintain learning routines that would astonish the average person. They don't fit learning in when convenient. They schedule it as a non-negotiable priority. Early mornings, lunch hours, evenings. Every segment of the day becomes an opportunity to expand their understanding. They treat time as the precious commodity it is, investing each minute with the precision of a master financier, building a fortune. The quality of your questions determines the quality of your education. Most people ask superficial questions and receive superficial answers. The high achiever digs deeper, asking why, until they reach fundamental principles. This practice of relentless inquiry is what separates true mastery from surface-level competence. When you encounter new information, don't just accept it. Interrogate it, challenge it, and make it prove its worth to you. The resistance you'll face won't just be internal. Well-meaning friends and family may question your dedication to daily learning. They'll tell you to relax, that you're missing out, that you're taking life too seriously. Smile politely, then return to your studies. These are the same people who will later wonder how you achieved so much while they remain stagnant. Let your results silence the doubters. Knowledge has a half-life. What's cutting edge today becomes obsolete tomorrow. The professional who stops learning sees their value diminish year after year, while the continuous learner becomes more valuable with time. This is why daily education isn't just an advantage, it's survival in the modern economy. The race isn't against others, it's against your own potential. Will you become all you're capable of being, or settle for a fraction of what's possible? The most valuable education often comes from unexpected sources. The wise remain open to lessons from all quarters. A child's insight, a stranger's observation, an opponent's criticism. When you approach the world as a perpetual student, every experience becomes a classroom. The person who only learns from formal sources limits their growth. The true learner finds wisdom everywhere. Record your insights as you learn. The act of writing crystallizes thought and creates reference points for future application. Maintain a journal of ideas, a catalog of lessons learned, a repository of wisdom gained. This becomes your personal success manual, tailored specifically to your goals and experiences. Review it regularly, and you'll be astonished at how much you've grown and how far you still can go. The person who commits to daily education undergoes a metamorphosis. At first, the changes are subtle. A new perspective here, an insight there, but over months and years, the accumulation transforms them completely. They think differently, speak differently, carry themselves differently. Opportunities that once seemed beyond reach now come naturally. Challenges that would have overwhelmed them now appear manageable. This is the alchemy of persistent learning. It doesn't just add to who you are, it transforms what you're capable of becoming. Your current knowledge has brought you to your present circumstances. If you desire different results, you must acquire different understanding. The equation is simple, but profound. New inputs create new outputs. The person who wants a better life but refuses to expand their mind is like a farmer who wants a bigger harvest but won't plant better seeds. The connection between what you know and what you achieve is absolute and unforgiving. The time to start is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when circumstances are perfect. Every moment of delay is a moment of potential growth wasted. The most successful people in any field share one common trait. They started before they were ready. They began their learning journey with imperfect knowledge, but perfect commitment. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step today, then another tomorrow. Let me leave you with this final thought. In a world of accelerating change, the only sustainable advantage is the ability to learn and adapt faster than your competition. The knowledge you possess today is sufficient for today's challenges, but inadequate for tomorrow's opportunities. Your future self will thank or curse you based on the learning investments you make right now. The choice is yours, and the clock is ticking. Will today be another step toward mastery, or just another day of unrealized potential? The true measure of a person's potential lies not in their current abilities, but in their capacity for growth. Every skill you've ever wanted to master, every problem you've needed to solve, every dream you've dared to envision, all become attainable through the disciplined application of daily learning. The gap between where you stand today and where you aspire to be is bridged by knowledge. And that bridge is built one lesson at a time, one day at a time. Consider how small daily improvements compound over time. Learning just one new concept each day amounts to 365 new understandings in a year. In 5 years, that's 1,825 mental models, techniques, and insights at your command. This exponential growth transforms you into a different caliber of person entirely. Someone who sees solutions where others see only problems, who recognizes opportunities where others see only obstacles. The cumulative effect is so powerful that after several years of consistent learning, you'll find yourself operating at a level you once thought impossible. The most successful people treat their minds like sacred ground. They're extremely selective about what they allow to take root there. They understand that thoughts become actions, actions become habits, and habits shape destiny. This is why they're ruthless about filtering out mental junk food and obsessive about consuming high-quality information. They know that the quality of their thinking determines the quality of their results, so they feed their minds accordingly. Make your learning active, not passive. Don't just consume information, wrestle with it, question it, apply it. The difference between knowing something intellectually and embodying it completely lies in application. When you encounter a new principle, immediately ask, how can I use this? Where does this apply in my life? What action does this require of me? This transforms abstract concepts into concrete results. Knowledge unused is knowledge wasted. The true value lies in implementation. Your future self is watching your daily choices right now. Every time you choose learning over distraction, you're sending a message to your future, I'm worth investing in. Every time you push through resistance to gain new understanding, you're building the mental muscles that will carry you to higher levels of achievement. The person you'll become in 5 years is being shaped by the learning habits you're forming today. The world desperately needs what you have to offer, but it needs the most developed version of you, not the version that coasts on yesterday's knowledge, but the one that pushes relentlessly toward greater understanding. Not the version that makes excuses, but the one that finds ways. When you commit to daily education, you're not just improving your own life, you're increasing your capacity to contribute value to others. And in that equation lies the secret to true success and fulfillment. The journey begins with a simple decision that no day will pass without growth, that you'll treat your mind with the same care a champion athlete treats their body, training it daily, feeding it properly, pushing it to new levels of performance. This commitment, maintained over time, will transform you into the kind of person who achieves what others only dream about. The power is in your hands, and the time to act is now. The greatest investment you will ever make is in your own mind. Education is not a phase of life, it is life. Every book you read, every lesson you absorb, every skill you refine compounds over time, transforming you into a person of greater capability, influence, and success. The world belongs to the learners, not because they are luckier, but because they are prepared. The choice is yours. Will you let days slip by in distraction, or will you seize each one as an opportunity to grow? Will you settle for the knowledge you have today, or will you push yourself to learn something new tomorrow? Success is not an accident. It is the inevitable result of disciplined daily education. So I challenge you, no, I urge you, to make learning as essential as breathing. Let curiosity be your compass. Let knowledge be your weapon. And let relentless improvement be your creed. The future does not favor the strongest or the fastest. It favors those who learn the fastest. Start today. Learn every day. And watch as your life transforms beyond what you ever thought possible. The power is in your hands. Now go claim it.